Hello. Hello. I will give you one.
Okay, so move here.
Okay.
Don't allow all of people from there to be there.
One side is in Czech
Okay,
and
so at the very beginning, let me introduce my colleague Tomáš Törek. He's this guy is the head of the
Department?
He's the head of the photo etching, and he's going to tell you some details about the production, how it works, and you will see the real production over there just in a minute. So it's up to you.
So, hello once again. This visit will consist of 3 stages. One stage will be here. It is because there is a very noisy area. So we will start here because here is a quiet area. I will show you basic metal plates. You will see every part of process. Then we will move over there. This is the etching area, and there is a lot of noise. So I prepared some helping chart for you. You can see over there the numbers and a little explanation. And on the machines itself, you will see glued numbers, and you will easily find number 1 is this, number 2 is this, and so on. And the third stage will be the printing of each part. I will explain you there how do we print each part. So I will begin. This is the very first raw material which we use for production. This is a brass metal plate, or we also use steel plates. So then we have to put by rolling the photoresistant layer of the plate. It looks like this.
I'm sorry to interrupt my colleague. Regarding the raw material, we are using some 5 different thicknesses of the material.
Yes.
Our standard plate is 0.15 thickness of the brass and 0.1 of the steel.
Yes.
Yeah. But we are able to etch the thickness of like 0.2, 0.35 up to 0.5.
Yes.
Yeah. But our standard production is 0.15. So what you know from our production is 0.15.
Yes.
We're talking about the brass and 0.1 talking about the steel.
This is the best thickness for detailing. You know, more thickness means less details. So I will continue. This is how it looks like when you put the photoresistant layer on the metal. The photoresistant layer is because we need to
Separate.
We need to separate the layers which we need to etch off away and which we mustn't etch off. The photoresistant layer consists of some polymers. I don't know chemically precisely which polymers, but basically the photoresistant layer needs to be shined by UV light. UV light makes that the part of the photoresistant layer which you shine on will remain on the metal plate, and the part you do not shine on will be etched away. The photoresistant layer needs to be chemically určitě, jasně. Oh, come on. Thank you.
Okay.
Chemically developed.
You can.
This is how the developed plate looks like, you know, and this is the state of plate you can give to the etching machine. Yes, no, já pak přinesu. I will show you negatives later.
The negatives are both sides and it's exposed.
Because you remove the whole
line from both sides. Of course, because it's etched from.
No, I mean, it doesn't.
You have two
remove the
layers
whole-
of the etching. One from this side.
Depends how the
This is how.
If this side is completely
What
green,
is-
that means it will remain completely, so you will etch only.
What is dark that remains. What is light will be washed out.
How much?
Yeah, the thickness is limited.
Because
It is set to remove exactly half of the thickness.
Half of it.
Yes.
yeah, because the photo the layer covers or prevents it is hardened by the UV light and it hardens and it is not washed out.
So here you can see the etched away material. So, but still the remain of the photoresistant layer remains on the plate. So you need to get rid of it. The getting rid of the rest of the material is done by so-called stripping. The stripping is a solution of sodium hydroxide you will see on side, and this is the final plate without any photoresistant layer. And now, if the material is considered to be printed, if we print some color on the material, we need to galvanize it by nickel. It looks like this. And if we do not want to print it, we can remain it like it is.
This electroplating is very basic.
Yes. After galvanization, we simply print it. You will see at the end of the visit, and here you can see the final product.
And the reason why it is electroplated with nickel before the coloring is that you need the white surface for the bright colors.
Yes.
The raw brass is yellow. If you print blue color, it turns to green. So this is the reason why we do it.
It's like surface.
Why do you use steel plates?
Yeah, steel plates. The steel is white metal, so you don't need to electroplate it.
Okay. Is that the question of resistance of the material?
No, it's not. It was the very question of the brightness of the colors.
Okay, so
But we can etch together, you know, brass and steel. Doesn't matter. We etch it the same way.
And the thickness of the metal depends the etching process takes more time when the thickness is more.
Yes, you need to set the speed of the machine lower. Okay, so use the time for questions because there is a lot of noise. But of course, you can ask me questions over there as well.
Air intake that is on the top on the fuselage of Aircobra. Again, the original one. The Aircobra parts were bought from Austria, I guess. Maybe they were left here after the World War II. Because some Russian regiments, regiments were located after the World War II in Austria.
Pane Ferkle, já někoho teda vezmu na letárnu.
Jo, já už je také.
Because in a couple of days you will see and even after the process it's still sensitive for the UV light. So if you use it, you will definitely etching area. You can see the numbers. Number 1 is developing. Number 2 is etching itself. Number 3 is stripping of the main photoresist layer. And that's it. Please feel free to move here, ask me the questions. We have about 5 minutes here and then we will move to the printing. Printing, so it means the photo etch part is born here. So what do we use for photo etching, for printing? We use basically 3 ink printers. 2 old printers, 1 new printer. All 3 machines are Japanese made. The company is called Mimaki. And these are 2 old, this is 1 new. And it's a big difference. The 2 old uses different ink and different UV curing system. For printing, this is very important that the color needs to be cured by UV light. And over there on these 2 machines, we use, UV lamp. And UV lamps are difficult to control, the power, the timing, and so on. Here on the new machine, there is a UV LED light. Not UV lamp, but UV LED light. And these LED lights are much easier to control time and curves, power curves, and so on. And this simple fact has a big influence on the final quality of the printing, because you can control the quality of curing of each color and so on. And one big advantage of this machine is that Besides normal colors, we use also the
Lacquer. Yeah. Lacquer.
Varnish.
lacquer. Yes,
Yeah.
lacquer.
Lacquer. Okay.
So maybe you noticed that we started to try new product. Besides normal colors, there are lacquered.
Yeah.
Dials.
Come on. Yes, dials. Yes. So these dials are made only on this one new machine. So I will try to describe you how the printing is made. You can imagine that we every month we have 30 new products, and one important fact is that for printing, this plate needs to be completely flat when printing. If you have some unflat areas, the printing screws up all the metal plate. You can put it to the garbage. So how do we make it? We make it by under pressure. To make it flat, many parts of this plate is under pressurized and sucked to the table. And for the sucking, we use this special construction. You can imagine we need to construct this construction for every product because it's different. You need to suck different parts of the metals. So that means printing of etching doesn't mean only construction of the plate, but it means construction of this plate and many other things. So it's not simple process.